Hello again. Welcome to class 309. We are progressing. Point 17, page 298, unit 27. Fast review, and then we continue. English is so difficult. For example, English is so difficult that it's impossible to learn. English is such a difficult language that it's impossible to learn. This microphone is so old. This microphone is so old that it doesn't work anymore. This is such an old microphone, such an old microphone that it doesn't work anymore. This book is so good that I recommend it to everybody, even people with a very high level. This book is so good that this is such a good book. Book se pone después. This is such a good book that I always recommend it. I always recommend it. Those lights are so hot that I start to sweat during the program. They are such hot lights that I start to sweat during the program. These pencils are so useful for me. Those pencils are so useful that I use them almost every class. They are such useful pencils that I use them almost every class. This guitar is so small that I can't play it. It's such a small guitar that I can't play it. Yes. Jeff Bezos is so rich that he can buy anything he wants. He is such a rich man that he can buy whatever he wants, whatever he wants. The President of the United States is so powerful that he can control the high seas with the Navy. He is such a powerful man. Okay, ya lo tienes, no? It's very simple, but there are two different ways. Teaching English, lo mío. Teaching English is so interesting that I will never stop teaching. Teaching English is so interesting that I'll never give up. I'll never retire. I'll never stop. I'll never quit teaching. It's so interesting. Teaching is such an interesting profession. Teaching is such an interesting profession that I'll never quit. I'll never stop. I'll never give up. I'll never retire. All right. How long does it take? How long does it take? How long does it take to fly from Madrid to Paris? It takes 2 hours. How long does it take to fly from Madrid to New York? It takes 8 hours. How long does it take to prepare a class? It doesn't take any time. It took 20 years, 30 years ago. How long does it take to record one show? It takes 26 minutes. How long does it take Marta to prepare the lights? It takes her 1 minute to prepare the lights. How long does it take her to do the post-production? Well, it takes her about 20 minutes per program to do the post-production. How long does it take to complete a university degree in the United States? Well, normally it takes 4 years. How long does it take here? It takes 4 years as well, normally. How long does it take to eat a good steak? Comer un buen corte de vacuno. How long does it take? It takes me 1 minute. No, it takes, 10 minutes. It takes me 9 minutes. I eat fast. All right. How long does it take to finish a bottle of wine. Only one person? It takes me 2 days to finish a bottle of wine. Yes. How long does it take? So how long does it take? ¿Cuánto se tarda? Claro, en inglés no existe el verbo tardar. Decimos cuánto lleva. Take. Te llevaré al aeropuerto. I'll take you to the airport. O sea, el mismo concepto del verbo. De, mañana te llevaré al aeropuerto. Tomorrow I'll take you. I'll take him, I'll take her, I'll take them. I'll take you to the airport. ¿Y cuánto se tarda en llegar al aeropuerto? How long does it take? Well, normally it takes, from here, it takes 25 minutes to drive to the airport. But it takes me 20 minutes. Yeah? Well, if it normally takes, if it usually takes, if it normally takes 25 minutes to drive to the airport, why does it take you 5 minutes less? Because I drive fast. Is it dangerous to drive fast? Maybe. Oh yes, it's dangerous. However, I have only had one accident in my life that was my fault. And I was driving very slowly. So, you know, maybe for me, driving slowly is more dangerous than driving fast. But no, don't drive fast. How long does it take? How long did it take? Pasemos al pasado. ¿Cuánto te llevó? ¿Cuánto tardaste? How long did it take you, Richard, to finish your university degree? It took me 4 years and one summer session to complete my university studies. How long did it take you to learn Spanish? Me, it took me a long time to learn Spanish well. How long did it take to prepare? How long did it take you and Marta to prepare this studio? You know, the microphone, everything, the lighting, the background. Well, it didn't take me. It was Marta, not me. It took her probably 1 hour for everything. Yes, 1 hour for everything. To the table, putting the table in the right place, positioning the table with the camera. The 2 cameras, there's a camera there as well. We don't use the camera, but for other programs, yes. How long did it take Spain to become a democracy? How long did it take Spain to, well, Francisco Franco died in November 1975, and Spain voted for the Constitution in 1978. I don't remember what month. So it took 3 years for Spain to transition from an authoritarian regime to a democracy. The transition period of the Constitution of 1978. So it took Spain 3 years. 3 years. How long did it take the Bourbons, los Borbones, eh? Yes, how long did it take the Bourbons to consolidate their presence in Spain? My presence or their presence? No, their presence. Consolidar su presencia. Yes. How long did it take the Bourbons to consolidate their presence in Spain? Well, to consolidate, okay, it took 14 or 15 years. The War of the Spanish Succession. So, from the year 1700, on the death of Charles II, until 1714 or 1715, with the fall of Barcelona, finally. And that consolidated the Bourbons in Spain. But the Bourbons started in the year 1700. Philip V, the grandson of Louis XIV, came to Spain in 1700 as king. But there was a war to consolidate. So it took the Bourbons 14 or 15 years. It took them 14 or 15 years to consolidate their control. Richard, yes. How long? Hmm? How long, Kay? How long? How long? ¿Cuánto tiempo es how long? Pero dilo bien, how long, no how long. How long es una jaula grande, ¿no? How long? How long? Mis alumnos, yo llevo 47 años escuchando. How long? How long? All right. How long? Not long, long. How long? How much time? Okay. Puedes decir how much time. How long will it take us? Us? What, you and me? Yeah. How long will it take us to finish the book? I think it'll take us 400 classes. Well, today this is class 309. So it'll take us 91 classes, 91 working days to finish. Now there are 21 working days per month, more or less, or 22, I don't know. But not only working days, because, for example, during Easter week, during Holy Week, entonces formas de decir la Semana Santa, during Easter week or during Holy Week, there are two holidays in Spain, in most regions of Spain, Thursday and Friday. However, this class will continue on Thursday and Friday. So this class is every day of the week, not the weekend, the week, even if it's a holiday. So there are probably 23, on the average, 23 weekdays, no más. Well, no, 22 weekdays in a month, 22 or 23 weekdays in a month. So how long will it take us? Or how long will it take you and me? How long will it take us to finish? It'll take us 91 days, weekdays, not weekend days, weekdays. So it'll take us about between 3.5 and 4 months, maybe 4 months. So it'll take us, there's still a lot of time, but then we can decide if we want to continue. And I'll put a new book here because we'll continue. This goes to Unit 35. Well, I can create a Unit 36, 37, 38, 39. And so I can add some more books. Yes, it's a good business, right? Selling books. All right. ¿Cuánto tardarías? How long would it take you? ¿Cuánto tardarás? How long will it take you? Will it take you? ¿Cuánto has tardado? How long has it taken you? ¿Cuánto has tardado en hacer esto? Richard, ¿cuánto has tardado en llegar hasta aquí? How long has it taken me? Well, it's taken me a year and 1 month, basically a year and 2 months. It's taken me a year, almost a year and 2 months. No, a year and one month. Yes. No, a year and 2 months. Okay. I'm trying to think. I started on January 20th last year, so it's taken me a year and 1 month and a half. Okay, to get here, to reach this page. All right. How long does it take? How long does it take me? How long does it take you? How long does it take him? How long does it take her? How long does it take them? And how long does it take us? How long does it take us? How long did it take Inés to fall in love with Francois? It depends on your definition of fall in love. Enamorarse o encandilarse. O sea, quedar. It took her about 5 seconds or 2 seconds to fall in love with Francois Monet. Yes. How long did it take? How long did it take Julius Caesar to conquer Gaul, Las Gallias? It took him 9 or 10 years. How long did it take Alexander the Great to reach the Indus River. Llegar al Indo in in Pakistan. It took him about 8 years or more, about 10 years to reach the Indus, because he didn't go directly to the Indus River. He went around to Egypt and then. How long did it take the Germans to defeat the French in the Second World War? It took them 1 month, I think, to defeat the Germans. To defeat the French. How long did it take the Russians to defeat the Germans after Stalingrad? Well, the Battle of Stalingrad was in November. Well, it was in the fall and winter of 1942-43, yes. The Germans surrendered. Rendirse en guerra is to surrender. The Germans surrendered in January 1943. And the Russians took Berlin in the last week of April and first week of May. To complete surrender, 1945. So it took the Russians, the Soviet Red Army, it took them all of 1943, all of 1942, and almost half of 1943, 44, and 45. So it took basically 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years. It took the Red Army, el Ejército Rojo, it took the Red Army almost 2.5 years to defeat Germany, All right, so it took a long time. The Germans are very strong. In any case, how long does it take? How long did it take? All right, page 300. Are you ready? Point 19. All right. When was the last time you spoke to Ines about the problems in Israel? I've never spoken to her about the problems in Israel. Richard, when was the last time you took your wife to New Zealand? I've never taken my wife to New Zealand. When was the last time you saw a movie by a Mongolian director? I've never seen a movie by a Mongolian director. When was the last time you went personally to a nail salon? Salón de uñas, yo. Me. When was the last time I went to a nail salon? For my nails? I've never gone to a nail salon for my nails. Now, I've gone to a nail salon in the United States, traveling around, but not for me. All right. And Richard, when was the last time you broke that cup? I've never broken that cup. Have you ever broken the microphone? No. It's no lo hice yo. I didn't do that. This is not my fault. I didn't break the microphone. Don't look at me, eh? Don't blame. Escrito blame. No me culpes a mí. Don't blame me. I'm just the English teacher. I didn't break the microphone. It's not my fault. Don't blame me. It's not my fault. No es culpa mía. No me culpes a mí. It's not my fault. Escrito fault. It's not my fault. So, por lo tanto, no me culpes. No me eches la culpa. Don't blame me. Echar la culpa a uno is to blame. I can't echar la culpa a alguien. No, we have to blame somebody. Well, did Marta break it? No, I don't think so. No, she didn't break it. I don't know who broke it. Well, how long has it been broken? Hombre, no he enseñado la voz pasiva todavía. ¿Cómo me haces una pregunta en voz pasiva? How long has it been broken? ¿Cuánto tiempo ha sido roto o lleva rota? O roto. How long has it been broken? I think for about 10 years. A long time. Yeah. I think in Spanish you call this alcachofa. Is that right? Yeah, I think. Artichoke. I don't know what we call. We call this a classical Elvis Presley microphone. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock. All right. So, how long? When was the last time? When was the last time you had 11 fingers? I've never had 11 fingers. When was the last time you had type tuberculosis? Hombre, I've never had tuberculosis. Or when was the last time you had yellow fever? Fiebres amarillas. I've never had. I've never had. Dos V's aquí, I can see. I've never had yellow fever. When was the last time you had malaria? When was the last time I had malaria? I've never had malaria. When was the last time you had polio? I've never had polio. When was the last time you had, I don't know, Malta fever? Vaya con las fiebres. No, I've never had Malta fever. Or when was the last time you had typhoid fever? Typhoideas. I've never had typhoid fever. All right. Well, have you ever had typhus? Typhus. No, I've never had typhus. Have you ever had cholera? El cólera. No, I've never had cholera. Have you ever had scurvy? Hombre, escorbuto. Come on. No, I've never had scurvy. Have you ever flown in a private plane? Yes, twice. 3 times I've flown in a private plane. Twice with my uncle. My uncle had a private plane. And have you ever flown in a propeller plane? Oh, many times, yes. I've flown in many propeller planes. Well, have you ever? ¿Alguna vez? Ever significa alguna vez en tu vida. Have you ever killed a man? No, I've never killed a man. Have you ever broken a person's heart? Probably, but I'm not completely sure. Probably. Yes. Have you ever suffered a broken heart? Oh, yes, I have. I've suffered a broken heart. Have you ever flown around the world? No, I've never flown around the world. Have you ever been to Poland? Yes, I have. Once. When did you go there? I think I went there in 2008 or 2009. 11 or 12 years ago. Have you ever lost your temper? Que si me... Yes, I've lost my temper a few times. To lose your temper is perder los estribos. Just explode. Angry. I've lost my temper a few times. Not very often, eh? Not very often. Have you ever used a book that's not this one? Well, for teaching English, no, I've never used a basic text. Libro en texto básico. I've never used a book that's not this one. All right. Well, yes, the first month in Spain. But no, that I've used this from my head or here. Have you ever invited Inés Garcia to have dinner with me? I've never invited her to have dinner. I've never invited her. Have you ever lost a cell phone? A cell phone? Yes, I've lost. Yeah, yeah. I didn't lose the cell phone. Well, yes. The first cell phone I had in my life, I left it in the back seat of a taxi. Yeah. But that was in 1996, 1997, a long time ago. And I went swimming with a cell phone in my pocket. And so I destroyed the cell phone. I didn't lose it. So, and how many cell phones have you had in your life? Not many, maybe 4 cell phones in my life. Yeah, I've had 4, I think, cell phones in my life. Have you ever destroyed a car? No, I've never destroyed a car. Now, a car has destroyed my car. When I was 18, a car ran a red light. Excuse me? A car ran a red light. Como Inés Garcia. Well, no, Inés Garcia ran a stop sign. She didn't run a red light. Saltar un disco en rojo, we say to run a red light. And the car ran a red light and bam, it hit my car on the passenger side. Fortunately, la T más la U, fortune. Fortune is fortuna. Fortunately, afortunadamente. Decimos fortunadamente en inglés. Fortunately, there wasn't a passenger. I was driving alone. How old were you? I told you. I told you how old I was. I don't remember. You make me repeat myself. I was 18. And where were you going? I was going to Sandy's. Sandy's. Sandy. Is that a girl? No, Sandy's is a hamburger restaurant. And they hit my car and destroyed my car. I wasn't hurt, thank God. But that's life. I'll be back tomorrow.